you know what's going on with prophetic convocation for some of you all who've been asking. This is normally the week that we are at Doubletree Hotel, preparing and getting ready for our first service, which normally starts at 7 p.m. We come forth with lots of prayer and lots of prophetic worship, and then we have a dynamic team at GICMP, the Global Institute of Church and Marketplace Prophets, and of course we have dynamic guests as well. But this year with COVID-19 and all of the craziness, you know, we had to make some decisions. And as I just I wasn't feeling led to go to the hotel and do anything. And then all of a sudden, I think, you know, there were people there who had COVID as well. So it was like, you need to figure something out. So the more and more I thought about it, the more I thought how great Prophetic Convocation 2019 was. I mean, it was just spectacular. We had a stupendous lineup. Kim Daniels, Brian Meadows, Tyler Price, Jenny Weaver, our own Renee, Jacob. What's up, Apostle Be Fire Prophet? And it was just a dynamic time. So I thought, you know what? Why can't we just re-air that as part one? So tonight, starting tonight at 7 p.m., we are re-airing Prophetic Convocation 2019. But we're actually doing it for 4 nights this time. We have split up the Friday night when I normally affirm. We're going to air that on Sunday. But so let me just go through the rundown. So Apostle Kim Daniels will be ministering tonight. That's 7 p.m. right here on this page. If you miss it at 7 p.m., it's going to air again on my church page, Global Prophetic Life. It's going to air there at 10 p.m. So we're going to do that every the next 4 days at 7 and 10 p.m. So 7 o'clock tonight, it will be Kim Daniels. Good evening, Prophet Ty. And then tomorrow night, which is Friday, it will be Apostle Brian Meadows. And then Saturday night, it's going to be me. I'm excited. I'm going to minister. And then on Sunday night, as I said, we're going to re-air When I Affirm Prophets. I think it was 2 prophets, 1 pastor, and it was just dynamic. I know, B-Fire, wasn't it just amazing, amazing, amazing? And so there's no better time like now, which is the week that we are normally coming together. We're just going to air it. So here's what I want you to do. I need you to get on at 7, start a watch party. Even if you can't stay for the whole watch party, start a watch party and share. Let people know, especially if you were there. It was just undescribable. But it's always such an encouraging time in the Lord. It's where those prophets, apostles, pastors that I cover, they meet me here in Jacksonville. Their teams come together as well. There's my dog. That's Honey. It must be my 16-year-old must be coming in. I'm really ready to close the door, but I'm not going to do that. Bear with me. Anyway, so they come together, we come together, and we just have a crazy time. It's just wonderful coming together. We also do lots of intense teaching. And I feel like I need to get up because my dog is going crazy. Hold on, let me get up and close my door. Oh my goodness. Every time I think I'm going to try it with her there, she just goes crazy. So that's it. So that's what we're going to do. So don't forget, come back at 777 at 6:35 right now. And I understand right now, the whole world is just, now she's knocking on the door. I think, you know, the whole world, especially Black folk more than anything, Black women, Black folk, everyone, we're just kind of, I wouldn't say I'm in shock, but I am, the starkness of what has happened with Breonna Taylor is, oh my goodness, is crazy. And, you know, here's what I have to say. God is still a God of justice, and God is going to judge. But you have to remember that there are rules, legalities, and laws and politics that play into these decisions a lot of times. And so here's what I understand, you know, as a journalist, as we do a little bit of research and what have you, I'm doing a sidebar now. So here's what we understand. We understand now, because her boyfriend fired on the police first, even though they were at the wrong house, they technically could never be charged. And those are the type of things that we don't think about sometimes, or a lot of times. So the question is now, or what needs to happen is the laws need to change. Because here's the deal. You mean to tell me you come into my house and you can shoot me, but because someone in my house was firing in self-defense, thinking that the house was being burglarized, and now there's nothing that you can technically do to me? Well, something's wrong with that. All right. More than anything, this also shows us, there's a reason we need to vote. But the other portion of this, you gotta understand, you gotta look. It's always deeper than the picture, than what you see. And let me read to you what I wrote on the 15th, and I have it documented in my little notes here. And I decided not to even post it on the 15th because I know how y'all are. I know how people are. But here's what I put. Interesting. If the family settled now prior to an arrest, there will most likely not be an arrest. This is probably what the AG was holding out for, or new negotiations were taking place so that it would never, so that when this took place, it would look a certain way. So you want to know what her life was worth? If we look at the whole picture, 12 million bucks. And it's hard for us to understand this, but when we go and dissect everything, that's what that's about. And then the attorney general there is on the short list for someone who Trump said he would nominate for the Supreme Court vacancy. So you always got to look past what you see. And that's what we teach you as a prophetic people. You've got to look past what you see. The truth is somewhere past what is being said and what is being done. Are you hearing me? And then, so it's because it doesn't make any sense. And the reason it doesn't make any sense, because technically they could never be charged because her boyfriend fired first. Now, we're not saying that to make anybody mad, but guess what? That's the law. That's the law there. So what would have to happen? So now we've got to see, is there something else? Is there a civil charge? Is there something else that can take place now that would be fair? But nothing's ever going to be fair because she's dead. So there's consolation in the family having 12 million. Will 12 million ever bring her back? No. But when that was happening, I'm telling you, and I scrolled and did a video. I just never posted it. But anyway, when that happened, we already knew that they were never going to be charged. And see, the problem is the people who knew the truth, or those who knew this was never going to be able to happen, should have come forth and just said, hey, here's what the law say. Here's what the law says. All right. And then here's the other thing that you got to remember. Oh, my goodness. Who wants to be a juror? Who wants to be in one of those rooms? Half of the people in there probably didn't want to be there in the first place. So they're trying to get out of there. So it's all about a unanimous decision. All right. Look past what you see. Somebody type that. Look past what you see. It's always past what you see. And the journalist in me came out when I saw everything take place. It was just, I just knew what was going to happen. The journalist and the prophet. But anyway, that's not even what we're supposed to be talking about today. But I could not get on here and not talk about it because the truth is past what you see and what's being reported. Go look down the road and see. There's a reason everything had to pan out the way that it panned out. But God is still the ultimate judge. And there are some things that we can handle in the courts of heaven, but there are also things that need to be handled here on earth. That means we need more judges. We need more. We need people to vote on the local levels, on the regional levels, not just in the national levels. And here's the one thing that I was asking God, and as just an individual who's a parent, I thought to myself, but I know it's just God. We all probably most of us thought this, that the thought was, what if it was your daughter? You know, did anybody stop and say, what if it was my daughter? And if they stopped and said, what if it was my daughter? Did they fight enough to say, if it was my daughter and I want justice, what do I need to do, sir? What do I need to do to make sure that justice is served? If that means we've got to stay in here for 20 days or however long, what do we need to do? And those are the type of things that I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an attorney, I'm just a journalist who studied media law and all of that kind of stuff. Media law has nothing to do with that. But my point is, I have a degree in journalism, and I'm a prophet of God and an apostle of God. So there's a lot there, and you've got to look past what you see, and you've got to do some research. There's a reason. There's a reason that it came back like this, and it does not make any sense. There was a reason that the Attorney General there was holding out. There's a reason. There's always a reason behind that. And a lot of it has to do with politics as well. All right. I hope that makes sense to you all. And we just have to continue to pray for justice and pray that the ultimate judge, who is the King of Kings, come forth and causes a settling to come here in America, because there is so much craziness happening here. I'm not going to even try to go there. Let me be excited about tonight. I want you to tune in at 7 p.m. here on my page for Prophetic Convocation 2020 Part 1, which is Prophetic Convocation 2019. Tonight, Apostle Kim Daniels is ministering. All right. We got Apostle Kim Daniels tonight with Jenny Weaver. Then tomorrow night, which is Friday, we have Apostle Brian Meadows. And then the next night, Saturday, it's me. And then that Sunday, we're showing you what it looks like when we affirm prophets from across the globe. I think we had 2 prophets and a pastor. But again, this is when we come together as a GICMP family, as a global prophetic life family, the Global Institute of Church and Marketplace Prophets. That's GICMP. That's my institute that also has a ministry where I cover apostles, prophets, pastors, those with itinerant ministries. I cover out of that. And then that is how Global Prophetic Life Training and Worship Embassy, the church, that's how that was birthed out of GICMP. All right, GICMP, the Institute, has been here the longest. It's been here since 2010. We've been doing things, teaching classes and teaching courses since 2008. And then from there, we birthed out Global Prophetic Life Training and Worship Embassy, which is known as GPL Jax here in Jacksonville. GPL Madison, up there in Madison, Prophet Pastor Katavia is the pastor. She has a team up there. We're doing things in Africa as well. But I want to encourage you as well, when you tune in, do me a favor, like the page, like the post, and share, start a watch party. You can start a watch party and leave. So again, start a watch party, even if you can't watch it. It's going to be about 2.5 hours. We cut it down some, but it's going to be about a 2.5 hour broadcast tonight. All right. And the next couple of nights, it's going to be at least 2 hours. There's also going to be time for you to give if you're giving your first fruits. You know how that works. All right. But it is awesome. It is dynamic. And so I look forward to hearing your responses and hearing your reaction, and for you to experience what we experienced. But it was fabulous. But oh my goodness, part two. I'm going to wait. I think I say a little bit of it, but I'm going to announce that this weekend. Part 2 is coming up. I'm excited. I pulled some of the generals together and interviewed them. And it's some fun interviews, some probing interviews. And I'm excited that they said yes. Of course, Dr. Price, John Eckhart, and Brian Keith Williams. We had a great time. And so I'll be telling you more about that this weekend. All right. Don't forget, if you ever need prayer or private prophecy, go to getprophecynow.com or ineedprayer.com. And again, tonight, right here on this page, all you have to do is scroll up. It's pinned at the top. Tonight, you will see Kim Daniels, Jenny Weaver, and the GICMP folk. All right. I just call us our family. We always say we are better together. We are definitely better together. All right. So God bless you. Thank you so much. Don't forget, like the page, like the post, and share. And don't forget also, we are here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 o'clock every single night this week. All right. So I will chat with you later. Come back right in about 10 minutes. And don't forget to start a watch party. And I don't know where my magazines are, but anyway, we're giving away a digital copy of the magazine to everybody who, sows a seed. So once you sow, you'll get the magazine. So don't forget to do that as well. All right, Shantae, don't forget, go tag all your folk and tell them to watch tonight. All right, folks, God bless you. I appreciate you. Love you with the love of God. And we will see you again real soon.